And we're back. The Dice
We're
Tray
in the
Jacuzzi. I'm Tom. You might know me as the Adventure Sage. This is my brother Mitch, the Dual Wielder.
The Dual Wielder.
And together we are the Fable Brothers, here to bring you another episode. It's been a little bit. We didn't tell you we were going away. We just did. For a few weeks, we've been gone. We have no reason. We have no excuse. Last time we left off, Mitch was preparing to come to Colorado for about, 5 days? 5 or 6 days? For a D&D Warhammer party, workout, gym, alcohol-induced extravaganza. And during that, we had scheduled some time to record the podcast. To jump into the jacuzzi together in the flesh. Little footsie action underneath the bubbles.
Under the bubbles.
Under the bubbles, of course. Let's be tasteful here. Yeah, we didn't do that. We had a blast. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was super fun. Played a lot of shit. Turns out we forgot to record the podcast, so we didn't do that.
It's more of a didn't forget, but just look, we only get so much time together in person, and we can do the podcast online. So every day would roll around. We'd be like, do you want to do the podcast today? And we'd be like, I'll save it for tomorrow. We'll save it for tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. And then the last day came around and we're like, I guess we're not doing this. Let's play Warhammer instead. And that's, okay, this is something I want to, we could start off with here. This is something I want to bring up. As you all know, and if you don't know, then that means you haven't watched previous episodes. It means you didn't watch the previous podcast. So let me say here, what are you doing? Starting with episode 5.
Hex on you and your family!
Ill fortune will befall all of you! Mitch and I play D&D and Warhammer. You're screaming so loud that it's clipping the mic. It's just silence. You're just...
I'm so powerful, I break the microphone.
Oh,
I've trained in the art of witchcraft since our last meeting.
But Mitch and I play Warhammer and D&D. We, depending on what phase of life, depending on what cycle the moon is in, it depends on whether D&D or Warhammer is the main hobby. But the problem...
Sometimes the moon's out, and I just gotta... And the werewolf comes out. I need to roll dice! I need to roll dice. I need to push little guys around. No, I'm talking about pushing little guys around, like little shrimps, okay? Little shrimps.
What about?
I'm trying to tussle.
But
you taking offense to that? You little shrimp?
Hey, I benched 225 while you were here, all right? I had a PR.
Oh, Tom PR while we were in Colorado.
Double plates, baby.
My aura and presence just it caused him to gain 10% strength.
That was my only New Year's resolution, was to bench 225. Now, did I get 225 for 2 sets of 1? That's for the birds. Who knows?
Hey, you hit it twice.
I could have gotten 5 sets of 10. No one knows, except the people that were at the gym and Mitch.
I honestly, Tom, he accidentally had 315 on the bar for the first rep, and he hit it, and I was like, oh fuck, that was 315. And then we took it off and he did 225 for his PR. So yeah, we're only counting the 225 because he didn't mean to do 315.
I didn't mean to do the 315. But so one of the things is, everyone knows, especially if you've been following our account that used to be my account, I am a D&D fanatic. I am the forever DM. I play D&D weekly, pretty much for the most part, for the last 5 years, for the last 5 years of my life, I've played D&D almost weekly. The problem, since I moved to Colorado and Mitch and I have not seen each other in the flesh as much, especially this year, is every time Mitch comes over and we are together again, he throws me in the Halo 3 Scarab mech, and its rail cannon launches me at Mach speed back into my Warhammer phase. And that's all I can think about, and that's all I can do. And thank God I'm in a D&D hiatus. I'm taking the entire month off of November off from running D&D because my party is traveling for Thanksgiving and all this, someone's always out of town for the month of November. So we cut it off at the end of October for the session Mitch was here, and we're just taking a month off. All I have done is Warhammer. All I have done is paint little dudes and assemble little dudes. I haven't even played because no one here wants to play with me. I have no.
Nobody wants to play with me.
No one wants to play with me.
But I don't have the friends available to play Warhammer like Mitch does in Illinois. I got one friend, Noah. He's got barely an army, and I gotta fight him in the parking lot just to make sure that he can come over and assemble his guys. That's all I've been doing.
Guys, sorry for the breakaway. We weren't recording for 2 hours, so we're gonna resume now.
Yeah, I'm actually absolutely shit-faced now. Speaking of, what are we drinking here? What are you drinking, Mitch?
Dude, you're already done. We're fucking 5 minutes in.
No.
You got like a sip.
No, this is a very strong drink. I've only taken a few sips. It was not a lot to begin with.
It's straight gasoline.
This is vinegar.
This is just vinegar. I've got a whole chalice. Look at that frost. That's how high it is.
Dang.
Of rum and pineapple, coconut ice. You know, the ices.
Yeah.
It's that and a little bit of lime juice. I did 3 sponge gars into this. 3 sponge gars.
Dang, three shots from the Sponge Gar shot cup. I like that.
It makes me look like Sponge Gar when I'm done.
I have two shots of tequila with just a dash of lime. Just drinking it straight. Centenario Reposado. Mitch bought it while he was in town.
It's so good, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the best tequila.
It's
my
wonderful.
favorite kind.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So I'm just drinking it straight up. I've been trying to, especially in these winter months when everyone kind of goes into their hibernation and there's 2 types of drinking, right? There's like the tropical cocktails that you sip out on a patio in the summer, and then there's like you get into the winter and you get in your basement and you start drinking heavy. I'm trying to keep the bloat from beer down, and if I'm drinking, I'm just drinking like quality alcohols, stuff that isn't going to make me hungover. I'm not the man I once was. I drink 3 beers in a row and I wake up in the morning and I forget who I am. The hangovers are worse, so I got to start watching out for myself. Not giving up alcohol, of course. I can't do that. But just drinking a little bit cleaner.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You'll get there, buddy. When I was your age.
Couldn't be me.
When I was your age. I was telling my fiance, when you left, I took a very small detox of alcohol and just kind of relaxed for a little bit. But then I was like, you know what? I'm not playing D&D. I just kind of want to lock in for November. I want to start painting my Warhammer armies. I want to kind of turn my D&D brain off and fully switch into my Warhammer brain because I have been awarded this opportunity to. But I was like, so one of my favorite things to do is sitting alone in my office, my unfinished basement, just watching a video, watching Critical Role, listening to a podcast. I have a nice stiff drink in my hand, usually an old fashioned, and I'm just painting minis or I'm assembling minis. That's like my Zen, it's just my Zen hobby. It's when I'm just fully relaxed. So,
dude, we gotta be such losers. I just imagine like our girlfriends or your fiance and my girlfriend just looking at us like, hey, at least he's not out drinking.
Dude, okay. Here's the thing. It's a peaceful life. Okay, so one thing, and this is me completely talking shit, but Hannah and I hate reality TV. I hate reality TV. I can't stand it. But you throw a little bit of a game element in there, I'm all over it. Love Island is our guilty pleasure. We have watched Love Island UK, Love Island USA. We're watching Love Island Australia right now. And the thing is I often try to picture myself in that situation of being on Love Island. Like, how would I handle this? How would I navigate these relationships? How would I navigate this game aspect? For those of you who don't know, Love Island is essentially, it's this reality show where it's essentially a game where you are constantly having to couple up with people to survive the reaping, essentially.
It's like you have a giant D&D party at the table and you text one of them that they're the doppelganger, but they're all the doppelganger.
Well,
they're all a doppelganger, and they're all trying to fuck each other over.
Well, it's because at the end, whoever the couple is at the end, they get X amount of dollars, but you can recouple and you can do this. And essentially the point of the show, the plot of the show is find love and you should win, right? That's not how it's played at all. People are constantly playing these games and strategizing and recoupling and all this stuff. But also there is a very human element to it where you do see people like catching feelings for each other. Now, whether those feelings can last in the real world, that's a whole other circumstance. But bringing it back around to what I'm trying to say here is I imagine myself trying to have these conversations and I'm like, dude, I wouldn't last a day on this show. Imagine me coming in and I think I'm a pretty fit dude. Am I jacked? No. Am I shredded? No. But I work out. I'm fit. I walk in there, shirt off, already not holding a candle to these guys. But then on top of it, they go, okay, what do you do for fun? Oh, like, do you play Dungeons and Dragons? Dude, they'll kill me. They'll beat me up. They're going to bully me. They're going to drown me in the pool.
Dude, honestly, you might stand out, so the girls might like you.
Maybe.
Everyone else there is just an Adonis fucking douchebag who's got who's on test.
That's what I have to tell myself of like, all right, in order to survive on this show, I would have to unapologetically just be a fucking loser. And these people will probably take pity on me and be like, oh, no. Well, he's got hobbies and he's so adorable. Nah.
No, you just got to unapologetically be yourself, just like a normal dude. It's like Peter in the Deadpool group. It's like, hey, I'm Peter. You're like the only just normal guy there. And they'll be like, Peter, we love Peter. He's so cool because you're so different than everyone else because you're just a normal fucking guy. Well, I bet all the girls would be like just talking to you about shit and you just be like, oh, okay, sure.
Yeah, I actually do have some substance to talk about. And, they only show they're being documented 24/7. And you only get an hour of that every day. So I'm sure there's so many more human conversations going on behind the camera. And they're only just showing you the important parts of just soulless, lifeless. You're so cute. But I can't see myself doing it. I just couldn't see myself surviving on that show. Or everyone's like, oh, we love Tom. We love him. And then at the reaping, around the fire pit, they're like, yeah, so Tom, you're voted off. You were not chosen to be a couple with anyone. Oh, but we love Tom. Yeah, well, Tom spent all day making D&D figurines out of napkins. So he didn't actually talk to anybody and make a connection. Everyone loves him, but yeah, no one chose you.
Get the fuck out of here.
Well, I'm taking my figurines with me. Sorry. I ground all the blueberries to make a paste so I could paint all the D&D minis.
This guy's just been locked in his room all day on the show.
Leave me alone. I'm world building.
I wish we could see the camera, see what he's doing in there.
Does this iPhone that you gave me for the show, does this come with Incarnate? Can I make maps on this?
Yeah, can I map build? How's your internet connection?
I forgot exactly how we got onto this scenario, but
I don't know.
Oh, I know.
You just start talking about it because I said we were losers.
Oh yeah. Oh. This is okay. Yes, you were tangent time. No, not tangent time. We're getting off tangent.
Tangent.
Because I said my favorite thing to do is like sit in my basement with a drink and with a drink and just kind of relax a little bit and paint minis. I was telling my fiance this month, because I'm not playing D&D, because I'm not under any sort of time crunch to like have something ready, it's going to be my introverted alcoholic November. That's what I told her. That's the vibe for this month. It lasted about a week of me just like having drinks all the time. And I was like, I got to chill out.
No Nut November, step aside. This is no not drinking November.
No, yeah. This is alcoholic autumn, all right? But
never not drinking November.
Never not drinking November. But I'm in this weird scenario with my D&D party. I think I talked about this a little bit on our last episode. I am not sure if half of my party is going to be moving away or not right now. Someone is a couple that I play D&D with. They are potentially in the scenario where they might move to another state. So I'm in this weird kind of purgatory of like trying to wait that out and see what's going to happen before I truly plan the next arc of my campaign. Mitch, you were there for our previous session, we ended it on a very clean book note of like, this is the end of this arc. You just completed the travel session. You've made it out of the first city, and you are now just about to arrive at the Dwarven Metropolis. And that's going to introduce an array of different situations and characters and all that stuff.
Yeah, my guy was sick. He was a fucking sniper. Dwarf sniper.
He was really cool. He was like this steampunk rogue.
Thief rogue with a sniper rifle.
I made one of the coolest battle maps I've ever made to date. It was a giant 3 foot by 3 foot
awesome.
battle map. I had spray painted the board that I brought out black, so it was just like an abyss. It was essentially the Mines of Moria scene. It wasn't the Mines of Moria scene. It was essentially the Goblin Tunnel scene from The Hobbit, where they're just running over bridges, slicing goblins. There's too many goblins to fight, so they just need to get out. It was very cool. Maybe I'll make a video about it, explaining what the mechanics were, because there were a lot of different mechanics of like them grabbing tools, and they couldn't all walk.
And I almost died.
Mitch's character almost died to a hook horror. It's very fun. But I'm in this, I'm in this kind of purgatory of like, this is such a clean break in the arc. And I don't know if the campaign is going to be able to continue how I want it to, because 2 of my players, essentially half the party, might be leaving in the very near future. Which brings me to a topic I want to talk about. And that is knowing when your campaign is going to end. If you are lucky enough to know when your campaign is going to end. There's a lot of other big creators aside from us.
I mean, Tom, again, we're number 3 on the charts right now. We're right behind a couple others.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I think if we get maybe another like 5 subscribers, we might surpass Joe Rogan. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
we're getting pretty close. Yeah, I mean, we got some loyal followers. They've stuck through it with us since the beginning. Those aren't my alt accounts. Although it seems like they are. They're not, I swear.
It's weird.
I don't have conversations with myself.
All 915 subs have the same exact profile picture, and it's Mitch just going. But what was I saying? God damn it, Mitch. What was I saying?
Curse of forget what you're talking about.
You see a lot of these topics.
Curse of tangent. Curse of tangent.
You see a lot of these big creators, especially on like D&D themed podcasts and stuff, talk about like, how do I, the questions come in. How do my campaign has to end, and my campaign fizzled out. That's the true villain of D&D campaigns, is the campaign just fizzles out, or scheduling conflicts happen and the campaign just stops dead in its tracks. But on the flip side, you have people, someone has to move, or I can't run because I'm having a kid or whatever. First off, it is, yes, nobody really wants their D&D campaign to end unless you're at the end of the D&D campaign. Like, I was lucky enough to run a 2-year-long D&D campaign. It spanned 69 sessions. Nice. And it ended exactly where I wanted it to. Everyone got their character arcs. Everyone was satisfied. And then we moved on to the next campaign, which is the one I'm running now. But even if it ends early, even in this scenario where I have half my party is on the verge of maybe leaving the state, if you are lucky enough to know when your D&D campaign is going to end, isn't that something that you should not take for granted? With how many D&D campaigns fizzle out, just the sheer fact of knowing that it's going to end should allow you as the DM to try and tie a bow on it. There are so many times where you leave on a cliffhanger and that cliffhanger is never resolved because someone has a scheduling issue and then the campaign's done. For these scenarios where, this person's leaving in a month. Cool, you have a month. Don't take that for granted. As a dungeon master, you can put some finality to it. It might not be the way that you thought it was going to end. You might have wanted 3 more months or 3 more years, but you have X amount of sessions to tie this thing in a bow, or at least provide some sort of conclusion. I don't want to dissect this too much because there's not too much to dissect, but it's a point that I was thinking about today, actually, where it's like, all these people complain about how their campaigns fizzle out, and you also have all these people that complain about knowing their campaign is going to end prematurely. but you still know it's going to end. So don't take that for granted. Make it special. Make it climactic. Make it fun. Make it so when the campaign ends, people don't leave going, ah, man, that cliffhanger. I wish we could have resolved that. Fucking resolve the cliffhanger. You have X amount of sessions to do that. Don't take that for granted. Knowing when your campaign is going to end, even if it's premature, is such a powerful tool that you have as the DM to resolve certain things.
And this ain't even advanced. This is the basics. The most important thing, besides prep for a DM and knowing what the fuck is going on in your DM brain, in your world, is adaptability. Adaptability is the most important thing besides that other part. You need to be able to update shit on the fly. If your campaign's ending early, it's either like, oh, we leave it on a cliffhanger and just never do that other shit, or, all right, let's do something cool to finish it off with a bang. Maybe drag this shit forward. Maybe make something up. Who cares? The campaign is over. It's already over.
Yeah.
You know how it ends. It's like a novel now. Okay, let's write the last chapter.
A time jump is a good, like you just said, Mitch, it kind of sparked some inspiration in me. A time jump. All right, we got 3 sessions left all of a sudden. You know, Timmy and Jimmy, they're leaving in 3 weeks. We got 3 weekly sessions. Yeah.
No, not Timmy and Jimmy.
Timmy and Jimmy, they're gone. They're moving.
Oh, fuck. We needed them. That was our cleric and our rogue.
Well, the campaign's ending. Sorry. And with that, okay, yeah, you're level 5. And you plan on this campaign going to level 12. Hey guys, year time jump. You're now level 12. How do you guys want to solve all this little shit? How do you think we would go about solving this plot arc and this plot arc? Because now we're focused on the main one. And you can give this extreme kind of lore dump as a DM of like, you went here and you did this and you became heroes of the realm, and it can be this collaborative experience. And now we find ourselves, bam, right here beneath the fortress where the evil lich resides. The
Goop-de-gob.
Yeah. Little smorgasbord man. Just
the Schmungaloid Prime.
Schmungaloid Supreme. He waits for you at the top. You've become these heroes. You are now on his radar. You need to traverse it's not that hard to just be like, all right, how do you guys see yourselves accomplishing these tasks? And it can be this collaborative experience. And you already see it implemented in so many other aspects of the game. Every end of a campaign, especially when it's a long one, has some sort of epilogue. So and so, where do you imagine your character going now that the journey is complete? Okay, why do you give them so much power to do that, but you won't give them power to fill in the gaps in between? Hey, there's a year time jump. I know we were going to tackle all this in game, but now we aren't afforded that time. How do you think your character would go about this? Especially what if I said that your brother was still alive and he was here? How do you think you would handle that? Like, you don't have to play everything out. You can have this collaborative experience where you're just kind of filling in the gaps, and for sake of brevity, role-playing the story without playing Dungeons & Dragons, if that makes sense. And
that makes sense. I'd say that makes sense.
It's the same thing of like the campaign ends, but you want to go back to a one-shot. All right, what have your characters been up to? It's that simple. It's that simple. Like, I'm going to run a one-shot with Mitch's favorite character at some point next year when he comes back into town. I already have inklings of what I'm going to do and how I'm going to unfold things, but it's been 30 years. What the hell has Chothar been up to?
I know, dude. It's been so long since we played. Oh my gosh. 30 years.
It's been 30 years.
It's been 30 years and we're still painting little guys.
I'm never going to stop painting little guys.
I will never stop painting little guys.
You can't stop me from painting little guys. Oh, yeah, the Warhammer.
It's so satisfying. But we'll continue our point where I see that your tangent was about to go off. Curse of tangent! Bro immediately started bringing up something else just because I interrupted him.
I'm in a Warhammer phase.
But yeah, so yeah, time skip always works. Turn the end of the campaign into like a big one shot, or think about it like a one shot or 3 shot, something like that, where it's like a really compact, in-depth, straightforward story to finish off the campaign. You don't even have to get to the big bad. If you're early enough in your campaign, you could just make the final arc at a lower level. There's campaigns that don't run too long, even official modules that only go to like level 8 or 10 or 5.
It's
like,
not,
and those are all complete campaigns. You can just end it with a cool arc at the end, and the other stuff you can kind of just, how like what happened. You don't know. Maybe you continue with the other players later.
A campaign
Bro wants
isn't.
to talk.
I do. A campaign. I'm about to drop some wisdom if I can figure out the right words on how to say it, because I understand what's in my mind, but getting it out of the mouth is harder.
Open your brain for wisdom.
If it's not about fuck, you just fucked me up. It's not.
Be quiet.
Shut up. It's not.
Be quiet. A dungeon master's talking. Sit down and listen. Sit down and learn. A dungeon master's talking.
It's not about. It's not okay. What makes the climax of a campaign good is not the power level of the villain, but it is their capability to take away things that the party cares about. It's the stakes. It's the same thing you see in Marvel movies where the scope gets so broad and it's like, oh, if we don't kill this guy, the universe is going to explode. Okay, you know how many times the universe has almost exploded? I don't care anymore. Give me something that is personal. It's to say, it's why Captain America's not Civil War, Winter Soldier works so well, because the villain is Bucky, the most personal person to Captain America and Steve Rogers you could ever want. It's his best friend that he thought was dead. It's not some maniacal maniac trying to end the universe. It's his best friend, and he's realizing that his best friend is there and he can save him when he thought that he was gone for so long. It's about the stakes. It's not about the power level. It's not about, oh, the universe might end. No, it's about what's important to your players. It's about what's important to their characters. And I guess the one point I'm trying to make here after all of these tangents and all of these examples is, if you have the luxury of knowing when your campaign is going to end, no matter if it's premature or not, if you have the luxury of knowing when it's going to end, as a DM, don't squander it, because I will say 9 out of 10 parties don't have that luxury of knowing when the campaign is going to end, and all of a sudden it's done. Bookend.
Yeah, I can speak from experience with that. To be frank, I had like a D&D game that I've been running for like a year. They were like level 9. We were playing every other Saturday, and some things happened. The group broke up. I tried to continue the game with just 2 players, and it just wasn't working out. And it ended. And I built that story up for a year. I had all this plot going. There was so much open stuff left in the air, and it felt like shit. I really haven't run the game like for real. Like, I ran some online sessions, which I need to resume, by the way. I ran some online sessions since then, but that kind of that shit will kill you inside when you put all this work into something and then just abruptly ends, especially when it's due to causes out of your control. As a DM, that shit sucks. So the grace of knowing that it's going to end, even if it's early, it allows you to really close it off. Okay, I'm done. I'm over it. I can move on to the next thing.
Yeah, it allows you to have that closure. And because as a good DM, you put your heart and soul into the campaign. You put your heart and soul into trying to make it a good experience for your players and tackle their characters in interesting ways and make the plot cohesive. And it's a hard thing to do. It's a very difficult task. And when you feel like you are actually doing that, and all of a sudden, someone's got to leave the campaign, or it's fizzled out, someone can't make it anymore, it's it feels like wasted potential. Yeah. So if you have the luxury of understanding that your campaign is going to end, even if it is at a time where you didn't want it to end, don't squander that luxury. It is so rare, even if it's premature. It's so rare just knowing that it's going to come to a close. So don't waste it. Don't waste it.
I too am cursed with knowledge.
Let's talk about Warhammer. I can't.
Oh,
I'm itching.
I thought sorry. You never asked.
I'm in a Warhammer phase.
You never asked.
I'm in a Warhammer phase. D&D hasn't really been on my mind lately. Look at that. For those of you who are watching or can't see, and even for those of you who are watching and the border that our frame is blocking it,
Tom has found an ancient relic from the past, from the short past of the far future.
The short past of the far-flung future of a grimdark universe. The Leviathan box. We said this is a nerd podcast. It's a tabletop games podcast. This isn't just a D&D podcast. I found, I'd say one of the rarest I don't even say boxes, but rarest.
It's one of the rarest box sets for modern Warhammer in recent couple of years. Rare important box set.
Limited edition. There's only so many of them out there. They're not mass produced, especially not anymore. The 10th edition starter Leviathan box set. It retails, which is not existent anymore, for $300. It's got 2,000 points of units in it, plus the core rulebook, plus the mission deck, plus a poster. What the fuck? I just found it. I wasn't even looking for it. I didn't even know what it was when I first saw it.
Yeah, I had Tom. I was at the gym one day. I was getting a pump, and I was talking to Tom on my headset, and he was like, "Yeah, I was at the store the other day. There was this weird box called like the Leviathan box." I was like, "The fuck?" He was like, "Yeah, I was at the gamer store, and I saw this box. I was looking at it. This was like when we were earlier on in Warhammer. I was like, dude, that's like rare as fuck. How much was it?" And Tom was like, $300. I was like, dude, there's people selling that shit online for like $500.
Dude, I saw a Facebook Marketplace post the other day. It was $1,200 some guy was trying to sell it for.
Yeah, that's insane. The thing is, you can buy all those minis separately just from Games Workshop, the Warhammer company. But like, it's going to be like a ton of money. Like 2,000 points of guys buying the individual boxes is probably like $600-$700
at least. That's
at least.
That's generous.
Yeah, because that's like more than 2 points per dollar. That's like 3 points per dollar. 2 points per dollar is like the average. So 2,000 points of guys looking at like $1,000.
Yeah.
If you're not shopping the boxes or the discounts, yeah. But Tom told me that. I was like, dude, I almost considered going in halvesies with him at the time because I was like, I don't really need a lot of the units, but like that's a rare box.
Yeah,
Tom put his big boy pants on and he went over there and got it.
I initially saw it back at like the end of like September, and that's when I told Mitch. I was like, "It's Leviathan box." I've heard stuff about it because I watch a lot of Play on Tabletop, and they did a whole Leviathan thing a couple of years ago. It's like, it sounds like, what's the Leviathan box? And Mitch is like, yeah, it's fucking insanely rare, limited edition, super great deal. I was like, oh, okay. And I just let it sit there for a month. 2 months. And I was like, oh. Every time I walked in there to get like a new paint or a little unit, I would always tell the clerk, that Leviathan box is screaming at me like the Green Goblin mask. And every time he's like, oh, you should buy it. There's only one left. And
it's like every time you walk in, it's like you hear the whispers from it, and you're like shopping. You're shopping.
Yes. It's like the Jumanji. Dum, 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 dum.
Yeah, it's like the Jumanji fucking drums. Every time you walk in, your heart starts going. You start sweating. You're like,
what did I come in here for? Oh yeah, one little paint, $7. Thank you. I gotta get out of here.
Yes, but then Tom noticed something happened. There was 2 boxes for the longest time, and the other one sold like a week ago. It threatened his security of there always being 2 boxes.
Yeah, then Mitch came over, reignited my Warhammer phase because I have to hold it at bay because my time is so finite.
Yeah, that's something we got to talk about. Tom being reunited into Warhammer. There's a reason Tom was sad about Warhammer. He lost 20 games in a row as adept as mechanic is. Because he was playing Combat Patrol. For those of you who don't know about the hobby, Combat Patrol is an individual box set version of the game where you just buy the box and that's your army, and you play against someone else's Combat Patrol. The problem with this game mode is it's completely unbalanced and it fucking sucks.
AdMech Combat Patrol is ass.
Yeah, it's a great way to get into the hobby. It is fun. We had a lot of fun with Combat Patrol. Once you play the normal game, you can never go back to Combat Patrol. You realize, wow, that was horrid. No wonder why I was losing all my games. That guy's army was 100 points more of units than me.
Yeah, I'm playing an AdMech Combat Patrol. It's like 350 points of guys. And then I'm facing a Blood Angels Combat Patrol, which is 480 points of Space Marines. And my army rules are nerfed in Combat Patrol. So yeah, he's just destroying me every time. Yeah, but Mitch opened my eyes. We played our first 1,000-point game, a lot of 500-point games. And I was like, holy shit, my army's actually good.
Funny thing is, Adeptus Mechanicus is the best army in the world right now. So they just won the world championship. So you're actually lucking out.
Yeah. So that was a lot more fun, a lot more just versatile, and it allowed the game to breathe more. I love it. And I fell in love again because I was getting defeated. I have like 1,500 points of AdMech, and I was just starting to get like defeated and almost like kind of regret choosing my army. And I was like, dude, I just invested so much money into these guys and they fucking suck.
And I remember when I was visiting, one of the first things Tom said to me when we went into his basement after I got there, we were just like, he was showing me his shit or whatever, like because I haven't been there in a while. Dude, his gamer den is insane. But he was showing me all of his stuff in his army, and he was like, yeah, I think I might sell it because like I don't really vibe with them. I kind of like the salamanders better. And I was like, dude, no, you've only played Combat Patrol. It's different. Like, your guys don't suck. They're like top army in the game right now. And I kept saying, like, I think you're just playing your guys wrong or something's wrong. He played me, there's so many army. He read his army rules. He was like, what the heck? My shit doesn't do that. And I was like, yeah, it does. Your Combat Patrol fucking sucks. So his army rules are actually really good. He realized all of his units are actually really good. I basically spent the first like couple games just like teaching sessions. Like, you really shouldn't do that here. You should shoot this here because you have this. And it kind of made him realize like, oh, I've been playing wrong, but also I've been playing. Tom was basically a baby trying to push a boulder up a hill while there's a grown man pushing the boulder down at the baby.
Yeah, a grown man is stabbing me.
A grown man is just holding his hand on the baby's head. That's what Tom was doing. He was Sisyphus, but a baby.
Yeah, I was baby Sisyphus pushing a planet-sized boulder up a hill. And I wasn't happy, all right?
Why will my guys win? My best guy's Tubbo.
Yeah, I was bringing
my best model dies in one hit.
I was bringing a baby rattler to a fucking nuclear detonator fight.
It's like when the people do the power ranking videos, and in the comments it's always like, why would they compare these two? It's like nuclear bomb versus coughing baby.
Yeah, so
one of your Space Marines can tank 3 of my shots and then just stab at my unit. Oh, what the fuck?
Okay, if you've seen the secret level, first off, if you haven't seen the secret level Warhammer episode, that shit will it'll do things to you. It'll make you realize things about yourself. But
dude, I need more of that shit.
In that scene where the Space Marines are just walking through the valley, just eviscerating people. That was me playing against the Blood Angels. My guys would just fucking try and do anything, and they just poof, cut him in half, grab the guy by the throat, throw him on the ground.
It's awesome when you're the Space Marine. It feels great. Tom immediately started buying Space Marines. Dude, he turned to the dark side.
This is actually something I want to talk about. Games Workshop truly fucked up because they made Space Marines too cool. And now everyone plays Space Marines. Let's see. We have a group spread across Colorado and Illinois of people who play Warhammer, like our buddies that play Warhammer. We have 7 guys, and I think 4 of them have a main army of a Space Marines faction. You made Space Marines too cool, and now everyone wants to play them, and now it's just Space Marines fighting each other.
Well, the thing is, Space Marines have always been the main faction of the game. So now with like the more modern editions, you know, even back in like 8th edition and before, you would have other like detachments of units. Like you would have salamanders, you would have blood angels, but the way it worked is they would all be used together under one army, Space Marines. So you could take like a blood angels unit because, oh, they're better in melee. So I'm going to take them into my Space Marines army. And then I need these Ultramarines for shooting and blah, blah, blah. That's how it used to work. Now they've split it up to so many detachments. There's so many flavors. It's so much easier to get into Space Marines because you choose the chapter that best fits you. Like, oh, I love this one, or I love this one. These guys are more shooty. I want them.
Yeah, it's just
so there's and they're the poster boys. There's a reason they're most popular.
Look, they're awesome.
It's fucking sick.
It's awesome. My only gripe with it is that there are so many Space Marine units, and I love that. The Space Marine faction is as a whole is so customizable, but there's only so many of them. So like when you have 4 people out of your clique that plays Warhammer and all of them are or you have 7 people and over half of them are Space Marines, it can get a little stale. It's like, dude, give me something. Give me a Xenos army. Give me something for chaos. Like I want a different opponent other than just a different flavor of the army that I'm playing.
Yeah, true. But I mean, the thing about Space Marines though is they're sick, and depending on which one you're facing, they do feel a little different. Obviously, like they use a lot of the same models and data sheets, but their buffs support different ones, or they make you want to play differently. Like I know the Imperial Hands detachment like literally gives you like bonuses if you just stand still. Like if you don't move your guys, they like get bonuses. Yeah, like stand proud, like defenders. Yeah. So you'll get like, I think it's like extra AP or something, or you get like everyone has the heavy keyword or something like that.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It doesn't make me dislike the game. It just, I wish there was, because I play AdMech and I play Salamanders, and they're two completely different play styles. But unfortunately, I find myself, AdMech is my main army. I advertise as AdMech as my main army, but I am way more excited about my Salamanders army. So, because Space Marines are too cool. They're just too fucking cool. And there's a lot of variation.
Do you want to know what it is? You want to know what it is?
What?
It's the relatability. It's the relatability. They're still, even though they're not human, they're still human.
I could be that.
They're still relatable. You can put yourself, you can put yourself in that head. It's like Master Chief. The Master Chief, the Halo show sucks ass. You know why? Because in the first episode, in the first 20 minutes, Master Chief takes off his helmet. You fundamentally don't understand the character. The whole point is anyone can be Master Chief. Anyone can try and make the right decisions. Anyone can be a hero. I need a hero. Come on. What the fuck? And you can see the humanity in the Space Marines, and that's why we love them. That's why you want to play them. That's why you want to kill all these fucking aliens. Fuck. You can tell I play Black Templar.
Yeah, I play Salamanders. They're the good guys. They're the good guys.
Oh, but just a sidebar. If you're not making your sergeant the guy with the bald head and the Bane mask every time, you're doing it wrong.
The bald character is always the most powerful. You have Kratos. You have
Thanos.
Shrek.
Kratos. Thanos. Shrek. How can we forget Shrek? The strength of 10 men. Ogre strength.
Yeah, most powerful.
Fucking Mr. Clean.
He's always the bald one. But yeah, I
Bruce Willis.
So I guess I've started my third army now because I have 1,000 points of Tyranids because of the Leviathan box. So I'm gonna learn how to play them, I guess.
Dude, you know what we could do? What? I could trade. So I have the Tyranids. I could trade my Tyranids. Yeah, remember from the starter set?
No, I straight up didn't know you had Tyranids.
Yeah, I have some from the starter set. I have the Psychophage. I have the Winged Tyranid Prime. And I have a bunch of the little guys from the starter set. So I could trade you some of those. You're not
getting my apothecary. Sorry. Not getting my apothecary biologist. I got him right here. I'm painting him right now. Look at him. He's fucking sick. You're not getting him. You're not getting my box set exclusive.
Maybe just give me your Tyranids because you're Chad.
But I've been a painting fiend lately. And one thing that I am not used to, I've been painting for years. We both have. I would consider both of us good painters. Are we masters? No, but we try really hard.
Yeah. Dude, getting into Warhammer has been so easy because we have years of experience DMing and playing Dungeons and Dragons as the guy who has to set it up. So that transition literally was like piece of fucking cake. I already paint minis. I already do all this shit. I already have all this shit set up. Everyone's like, oh my God, the hobby. They're always complaining about, I got to buy all these paints. I got to do all these clippers and shit. Like, motherfucker, I've been doing this for years. What are we talking about?
Something that I tell myself whenever I start getting, I got to paint minis. So put the fucking paint on the fucking plastic. It's not that hard. Oh, but it is hard. No, it's not. You're confusing difficulty with time consuming. It is time consuming to learn how to paint. Whenever I'm like, oh man, I'm so mentally exhausted from this. No. Put the fucking paint on the fucking plastic. There you go. Yeah. It's that easy.
It's almost like painting your minis. It's almost like you make your own kind of like recipe with like cooking. I've developed like 2 different strategies to paint my army so that I can kind of just turn my brain on autopilot. And the strategies, the minis look pretty good at the end of the day. So obviously, like when you're making like an important character in your army, you spend a lot more time on them and you like really make it look good. But for all of your models, sometimes you're just like, oh my God, this is going to suck. But if you find and actually try to learn how to do it well, or like learn different strategies, there's literally like techniques, like the hidden tech on how to paint your minis, and it makes it easier. And if you get those strategies down, you can just bust them out. Super easy, super fast. They look great.
Speaking of techniques, I actually literally, a couple days, I think it was yesterday at this point, but when you're watching this, a few days ago, I posted a video going over my army, my Salamander's army, and I essentially asked commenters, like, what is your technique of style? What is your technique for painting? Because one thing I do find myself constantly lamenting is I got to paint 10 of the same fucking guy in a row. And yeah, I don't want to do that. Do I suck it up and do it? Yeah. But I want to know the secrets that people have of how to make it more of a bearable experience. And a lot of people were giving good advice of like, here's how I do it. I do it 5 minis at a time and then I switch it up, or I'll base everyone. And then everyone has their own cool little technique to get over the army painting fatigue. But I do want to address some certain people, the ones who comment, oh, well, I like painting armies, so I don't know. I think army painting is really fun and I like it, so I don't really know what to tell you. I'm going to address you guys. Good for you. That's not the question I asked.
Curse upon your family. Curse. You're cursed.
You just
Hex.
Cool. Good for
Curse.
you. Good for you. I didn't ask if you like it. I asked what you do. Okay?
Dude, that's got to be one of the worst things on the internet is when you ask something and it's not even related to it and somebody just starts going off in the comment like, well, I do this because of this and this and this. It's like, dude, did you even watch the fucking video? Like, do you have no one to talk to at your house? Like, what's going on?
It's not the fucking question. I asked, what do you do to... I didn't ask if you like it. I asked what you do to get past it. Well, I love painting armies, so I don't know what to tell you. Then don't fucking comment! Thanks for the engagement, I guess. Good for you. Good for you, dude.
On your family.
Good for you. Oh my God. It's one of those things that it for no reason infuriates me, where it's just, I ask a question, they don't answer the question and tell me that, and in the same sentence, essentially tell me like something I didn't fucking care about. Cool. Glad. You know what? Why don't you go make your own video and just say, hey everyone, I paint armies and I like it. Because then I could scroll past it instead of reading it and wasting my own time reading your useless words that don't even answer the question I asked. Good for you, dude. Buddy. Good for you.
Dude, I bet that guy's mini looks like shit.
Good for you, and I bet your minis are bad. It just infuriates me when I'm like, oh, I got a comment, expecting to get some good advice. I actually like painting my minis. Okay, cool. Go away.
Dude. This is another tangent. it's one thing to where like, you know, it takes a long time to paint your guys well. And you can actually paint them well without doing that. You can do very simple methods to just get colors on them without, and it makes it look like decent, like passable. You can have them at the table.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not.
But like, no. I'm not negating what you're saying. I'm not. My turn. It's my turn. Shut up. Okay. It's one thing. Like, I do spend a lot of time on my minis. There's strategies to make it go faster, but they still look good, and I've developed those over time. It's one thing to be like, okay, you know, I've got these new models. There's like 2 of my units are unpainted, or 3 of my units are just primed and they're not painted yet. But half of my army is like painted really well, and I'm really trying. It's taken me a long time. It's another thing. If somebody shows up to the table, oh, here's my 1,500 point army. It's all just fucking gray plastic.
Get out of
here,
bro!
I'm throwing your minis out. Like, I'm running up and I'm eating your fucking mini.
You're gonna be the pizza delivery driver. You're like that dude. You're like that. You ever seen that video of that guy where he's just chopping watermelons in half, just going down the road? That's me to your minis. If you come to the table with gray unprimed plastic.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I was fighting against a toddler. I didn't realize I was fighting against somebody who doesn't know how to use a paintbrush.
You don't even need to use a paintbrush. Give them a color. Just give them prime. Prime them. It's. Oh. You ever spray painted anything? That's how priming works. It's like one technique. Get 6 inches away from the mini and spray paint it a color. Red, green, blue, whatever your faction is, whatever you want to prime it. Just make them primed. At least. What's the Games Workshop for official tournaments? What? They require 3 colors at least?
I think it's 3 colors. You need like a base and 2 accents. So like, you know, you could prime them, like, let's say hypothetically you're doing Tyranids. You could prime them white or like bone wraith or wraith bone. Then you just do the purple on their scales, red eyes. There you go. You're good to go. You could just do purples on their scales, you know, like paint their teeth a different color. There you go. You're done.
Yeah, exactly. It's not that hard. And what I was going to say before when I interrupted you rudely, I don't want people to think when I say like it's not that hard, just put the fucking paint on the fucking plastic. I'm not saying you can get to Games Workshop level paints on the box sets by just doing that. But it is
we're not even at that. Yeah. We're not even at Games Workshop level painting. Like
you couldn't give me all the time in the world, and I couldn't. You could give me all the time in the world, and I couldn't make my guys like that.
Dude, I see some dudes you paint on fucking Instagram. Like, there's some dude, it's like Primaris Ultra or something. His paint jobs look so good, I want to die. I want to die. I'm like, how are they so good at that minute of a level? It makes me frustrated at my own paint jobs because I'll be like, man, I finished this. It looks great. I pull up Instagram and I'm looking at these dudes' paint jobs. I'm like, man, what the heck am I doing wrong?
Smashes your mini, throws it at a wall.
Smash my own. Fuck you. God. But it does give me inspiration sometimes. It does.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't have to be a professional painter. Just give it a good effort.
Just try. It's the same thing with D&D. Just try. You spend $100 on this Land Raider Redeemer.
Yeah.
You're not even gonna try to make it look nice. What the fuck? Are you kidding?
Why even buy the mini? Just use a fucking book. Just put the book on the table and say it's a Land Raider.
Yeah, it's just you just try to make them look good. Just put any effort in. It's like a lesson. It's like, look, this is like one of like the golden rules of life. You get out what you put in. Just try.
The more you put in, the more you get out.
It is canonically and it is based in reality that if your army is painted, your dice rolls are better. There is a actual factual link between your dice rolls and the paint job of the army that you're playing with. So keep that in mind when you're.
Yeah, if your army's not painted, just imagine it like 10,000 years bad luck.
Yeah.
Because you didn't share that Instagram reel with your friend in the first 10 seconds of seeing it. 10,000 years of bad luck.
Exactly. Paint your army. At least, try to paint your army. I'll even put the bar one step lower. Just give a shit.
Dude, even if you just like, you prime it a color and you just paint the shoulder pads like white or something, like it'll look so much better. Or like just paint the clothes a different color than the actual base coat of the model. It'll work so well. And if you don't, I've heard there is a legend. James Workshop will come for you if you don't paint your minis.
Old Jimmy Workshop?
A certain standard. Jimmy Workshop perished. He perished on a hill long ago because he played in a tournament with gray minis.
They say that every poor soul that decides to not paint their minis, James Workshop comes and he petrifies them into his own little gray mini. And James puts his mini on the board and he plays with a collection of his own victims. Those who so frivolously played with the gray abominations now become the very thing that they were putting on the table. James Workshop is here to get you. Paint your minis, or James Workshop will come and petrify you and turn you into one of his minis.
Every new edition, he strikes.
As an influx of new players flood the battlefield, James Workshop sits on top of the hill, just scheming, frothing at the mouth,
throwing paints away,
just lobbing paints into the abyss, for he craves his gray plastic army. And you are next on the table.
James Workshop, true story.
True story.
Based on a true story. Found footage movie. Just like the Blair Witch Project. Dude, I believed that shit when it came out. It was like the first movie to say based on a true story, and it looked real from the camera, so you were like, what the fuck? There's fucking witches! And that's why I've been practicing witchcraft in my downtime off camera.
It's really paid off. You've cursed. If you're watching this, there's a good chance that Mitch has put a curse on you of some sort. You'll find out.
Yeah. I made a pact with Jimmy Workshop.
Yeah.
I find the gray mini guys and I curse them.
Jimmy Workshop.
Because I hate it. Paint your guys.
That's all we got for today. We are right at time.
We're done. We'll leave you guys. If you have your minis painted and you're all good to go, you're ready to play the game, we'll leave it as it is. No hexes for you. If you haven't painted your minis, curse, hex, fuck you.
If you're playing,
all right.
if you're playing with gray abominations, you keep your head on a swivel for old Jimmy Workshop because he's coming for you. You're on his list, and he's checking it twice.
Guys, honestly, it's fine if you have gray minis. I'm just not going to play with you. It's all right. It's just, if I show up with my cool army and I'm trying to get into the mindset, the zone of like alien space battle on a far planet, the Black Templars show up to face the Xeno scum of the Tyranids, and they're all gray plastic. My immersion's ruined. All right, goodbye. I'm going.